where Carl is by the TV. That's what they call vocal 2. I keep it muted until they need it because it'll pick up the band. This is the special mic that's on the stand right there in the center. And let's see, the pastor doesn't use the wireless mic, it's sitting over there. He uses the pulpit mic, the wireless, and that's number 9 right there. Morris has a wireless mic he hasn't been using either, but you know, in case they do, that's what that is. The acoustic guitars I leave at +5. They've got a different amplifier set up, so they need a little more juice, but all the other musical instruments are at 0. And the choir is on 10 and 11. I keep them muted till they sing because there's some, you know, high volume mics there. I usually keep them at +5. If I need to, when they're singing, I'll boost the vocal boost over here. I keep it on 0, but I can use that to boost them up if this right here isn't enough. If they're too low, you don't want to touch the gain up there because that'll cause feedback.
Remember you said don't touch any of that.
That's right.
Touch it right in there.
Yeah, usually that's where the feedback's going to come from. People come in here and adjust them as a volume, but it needs to be down here. And of course, all these control what we hear in the house. It doesn't control anything that the band hears or choir hears. So if I need to, I'll juice them up, but then I bring it back down when their song is done because it'll also affect the pastor's mic and make him too loud.
That's going to be the tricky part for me. The other part probably is going to be a piece of cake.
The CD, I usually just pop it in. There's an open close button here.
Okay,
See which
right over there,
yeah, you just hit open close, put your disc in, make sure you know which disc you're putting in where. Looks like they've given me 2 CDs today, so I'm going to put this one in 2 just in case. But the choir, that's one of their performance CDs, so I'll just hit the first CD and hit pause, and it's ready to go. Whenever they get ready to sing, all I gotta do is hit the play button on cue. I do a test real quick just to see. It's a little loud in the house, so I'll just pull it down, and then that way it's ready. The only other adjustments on the sound besides what you hear will be for the band. Good morning. The band right here is the 3rd row. So if you need sound, if they say I need more sound on the piano or the vocals or whatever, you just find whatever instrument or vocal they're looking for, go to auxiliary 3, and you can bump it up.
Would be like, what is it, main piano?
Yeah, like number 22 here, you just come up to number 3 and you can adjust it, and that's what they hear in their headsets if it's too loud or not loud enough. They pretty much kind of do their own thing, so I don't have to touch it unless they tell me to. The choir monitor is the 4th one. That's the little speaker up there by Pat. They'll turn it for the choir to hear the music on the CD, and that's auxiliary 4. Pretty much you don't have to mess with that. They usually set it themselves, but if they ask for more juice, that's where it would be. So auxiliary 4. Stage monitors are usually preset. That's your first auxiliary across here. Occasionally somebody's singing, they may want some more CD, so you can bump it up. They may want to hear themselves singing, so you can give them what audio that they're putting out. You can adjust that. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. The main stays on 0. The nursery, they get a video feed from this old Panasonic here. What I always do with it is just put it on VCR here, do a rewind because it's a manual tape. Once it's done rewinding, it'll stop, and then we just put it back on camera and hit the red record button. You'll see record in the display. That begins to feed back to them. Red TV. You just hit power to turn it on, and it shows you what's coming out of that camera. So whatever you see here is actually displaying in the nursery. There is a volume for the nursery. It's this record level out, but we don't ever adjust it.
They can adjust it there, can't they? Just
yeah, they have their own
TV
volume
control.
They have sound in the nursery.
I just turned it on.
You just did?
Literally.
Okay, good.
3 seconds ago. Thank you. And that's pretty much it on the soundboard.